today's price.
Buddha.
I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on 472. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
Okay, he good.
It's not money based. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now the fuck with that
Regardless of the fact. You don't know. You don't know what's fucking intentions.
teaching that. What are people? Listen, I'm gonna take my time down here.
right. I don't understand.
When I tried to conduct,
Come on.
and I'm talking about my in-law niece. My niece, I done bought her
I was born in the same place I was, but they decided to move along. They traveled.
here. I had a homeboy, and another thinking about getting the motherfucker down. Trying to hold out. I want to get it signed.
They both was the same, but once the money been through, and you just scripted this shit.
They got some diamonds in them. I need them.
Expect you to pay the bills, take care of their family, help you watch their nieces and nephews. Yeah, I'm cooking up. Acting like I cook up with this nigga. Your question.
We're not asking them, we not saying them, we had them money.
Okay.
But you this risk, you do that. And so, those are the
Y'all talking about me like a dog.
Stop it!
Y'all good?
This is money. Bye.
For that. Because I'm talking about for me.
I take heed.
She might not even be in no legend.
Keep going. They don't have to stop.
So
Just keep moving.
pushing.
Okay. And like what you said, I think the sense of any kind of punishment, it should be kind of like, in a sense,
Be the result of it. Because I don't feel like
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Buddha.
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody is having a good Sunday. It's the Smartest Dumb People, the women's edition, which is the ladies' perspective, which is the only perspective. Wonk, wonk, wonk. Anyway, to my right, I have Treese, my hostess with the mostest. Best makeup artist in Omaha, Nebraska. Now best juicer in Omaha, Nebraska. Don't forget to check her juices out. And we have a special guest today, which is Candace. And we are going to be talking to Candace about Coaching with Candy. It is on Facebook. You guys can all go to her page and check out Inspirational Saying. She is an Omaha life coach, inspirational, motivational speaker. And she is also the hostess with the mostest, so don't forget that. So anyway, we're going to get this show started. And so we're going to start it off talking about how appropriate it is to dress a 3-year-old like this. Check this out.
That ain't a video, yo.
Oh, I'm still talking about it? Oh, my bad. Anyway, so this is a 3-year-old. She has on some knee-length shorts, and she has on a halter top with the complete back out. And, you know, kind of looking sassy. She looks really, really cute, but is it appropriate to put a halter top on a 3-year-old? What do you think, Treese?
I think it's very inappropriate. Just because they make certain things for, you know, a certain size doesn't mean that you should wear it. So, yeah, I think that's very inappropriate.
Me too. Me too. What you think, Candace?
Yeah, it's wrong. She's a baby. What are you teaching her? Right? Like, you're starting her out thinking that that's the way she should dress.
Yeah.
To get attention.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
It is horrible. I don't agree with having a child under 16 with their stomach out and back out. That's just me. And I'm old school. And so for it to be a 3-year-old, I just think that's really, really projecting a faster sexuality being.
Yep.
And it's like, you know, why do, you know, we put these babies in these types of outfits but get mad when they sass you or get mad when they think they all this and that. So, you know, what you gonna tell me? I'm 3 in the halter top. You know what I mean? What can you tell me? You know what I mean?
I think it would be different, like if they were at a kiddie pool. It was like a cute little swimsuit or something, you know. But something like that, just walking around in, like, it's very inappropriate, you know.
It is. It is. We need to do better as parents. And it's also another form of protecting our girls.
That's it.
It's like what they wear is a form of protecting who they are and their character and stuff like that. So we need to be more aware and conscious of when we're picking out their clothes. Some women pick out their daughters' clothes because they're living through their daughters. That's another toxic trait. Like, don't live through your daughters. You need to let your daughter be who she is, but you also need to dress the way that you want to dress and don't project that onto the baby.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hello, Randall. He said, hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. So we want to introduce our guest again, Candace, and we want to talk about coaching with Candy. And so how did you come up with this idea? Like, where were you when you first thought, you know, hey, I think I want to do this?
Well, I've been thinking about just the work that I do for a long time. It started probably a few years ago. So I've been in corporate a long time. And my day job, I'm a VP of HR. So I think what people miss is that I'm human with
That's
a lot
right.
of human experiences, and I've been through quite a bit in my life. And so a few years ago, I was actually sitting across from a young lady who had been raped. And I, up until that point, had never told my own story of rape and trauma. And I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, like, here's this young lady who has decided to, you know, tell me one of the most deepest part of her life, and she trusted me with that, right? And I just realized I have a gift where people just tend to release, and I'm an empath, and I feel energy and vibes, and I'm like, I just need to really walk it out. And so in that moment really is when I decided, like, I need to create a business outside of what I do to really help the community and build up the community and help us start talking about hard stuff. So that's really how Coaching with Candy came about, and it's been going ever since.
You know, and those are those instances where it's like a euphoria moment. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I want to do something more. And I think I have like the personality or the soul and spirit that is innocent enough that I won't be projecting my own agenda on people.
Right
And I'll be letting them say what they need to say. You know, a lot of people suffer in silence. So when you started Coaching with Candy, like, who did you reach out to for like the logistics help?
Yeah, I have such a strong network of just Black women that have guided me and supported me, including my own mother, my grandmother who recently passed, just people that I love, that I revealed, you know, this plan to, and just said, this is what I want to do. Now I will say it's not easy, and there was a lot of research involved, and I think anything you want to do that you want to do well, you just, there's so much information out there.
It is a lot of information.
Just research and learn and figure it out on your own. And, you know, even through this process, I just keep reaching out to people that I see doing things really well. And I'm like, hey, there's this piece of this I may not understand. So pull in your network, you know. And I think with all of those surrounding people and support, I've just been able to keep growing and just maximizing the business.
Yeah, we definitely need that, you know, especially a Black woman.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes they tell us, go to therapy or, you know, go see a counselor, and it's like, but they don't look like us. They don't
look like us.
You know,
they don't look like us, and they're charging us $300 an hour, and they're not helping us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like your research, like what was the main component that you needed to research in order to jumpstart Coaching with Candy? Was it like how to get your page up or how to...
Yeah, so I did a lot of research on just starting an internet page. So the first thing with me, as I said, I'm a writer and I'm also a coach, and I'm trying to do this thing. So I figured how to bring the best of the both worlds together was just creating the website and then starting a blog. So in starting the blog, I'm able to reach an audience just by my writing and saying, here's kind of how I'm revealing some of who I am. And then that naturally, I think, drew people in to say, huh, she writes? And then what else is she talking about, right? And then all of a sudden, you get people calling to say, okay, you offer one-on-one help too? Or group helping? Or you can come in businesses and talk about this thing? So it was the website first. And I always tell people, you have to go in afraid. Like, I still don't know everything there is to know about this.
Of course.
But what I do know is that if you're honest and you're just really like you said, walking in your gift and your ability and what God gave you, you're unstoppable. Like people will naturally gravitate
for
towards.
sure, for sure. And so, is it a Facebook blog, or did you have to go out and develop a website through a different?
Yeah, so I developed the website through Wix, and I tell people all the time, if you want just like an easy way to get started, Wix is it. Because it's just an easier way for people who maybe aren't as technically challenged or technically advanced, like I'm not, to really start their website. You pay for it. I mean, you're going to pay money for anything, so you pay for the website. They help you develop it. You get it started, and really you just kind of play around, right? Just like figure it out. And then, so that allows me to do the website, do bookings, people can see my prices right away, and then they can also read the blog. So I have everything kind of at a one-stop shop.
Okay, and so the website, they can pay directly through the website for like your one-on-one coaching sessions. And so are your coaching sessions like 1 hour increments, or is it just like, okay, hey, come meet me at a coffee shop and we'll see, what like an initial meeting, we'll see like what you really need as far as coaching help, or like how do you do it?
Yeah, so if you reach out, you'll get, we do just an introductory, 1 hour session. So 30 minutes to an hour, just depending. And I do that with everybody.
Yeah.
If I know kind of what the issues are.
Yeah, to get a vibe.
That's it. Make sure we're good for each other. So that initial session is free, and then we determine price points together. I do say all the time, I'm here for the people. And while, yes, I want to make money to sustain myself, I'm blessed in that this truly is my offering to the community. So it's never about the money so much as it's about, I just need to give back in that way. So I work with people, right? I meet people where they are financially, but we'll start the introductory session. We do maybe an hour increments, sometimes once a month, every other week, whatever people need, and we just go from there.
That sounds good. Do you have funders? Do you have people who donate money to you so that you're able to keep your energy replenished and keep your business thriving? So you do have donors?
I do.
Okay, that's good. That's good. A lot of people don't really understand that when you're starting your own entrepreneurship, it is very important to be kind, very friendly, nice, smile as much as you can, because there are people out there who will be like, you know what, I like this girl. I'm going to go to her page and I'm going to figure out how I can help her, maybe donate some money, donate some WIC information that she might not know to help her kind of, develop this website faster. And so I think a lot of things with like entrepreneurship is that people don't understand, they're like, oh my God, my business sucks. Like I'm stagnant, I'm not going anywhere, but it's all about your network and it's all about who you reach out to. And then I like how you said too, your initial one-on-one coaching also, it initially comes with getting the vibe. So has there been a lot of people you're like, I don't know if I'm the right person. I don't know if I'm the right person for you.
Right. Not a lot, but I will say, I want to go back to what you said about just running a business and entrepreneurship, because you do hear a lot of people who will blame the city and blame the people
for sure,
and blame the community for their lack. And I'm like, I will tell you with all honesty, I love my community. And I love my people, and I love the support that I get. And I think it comes from the energy you put out.
For sure.
You're right. So you put that energy out, man, it's guaranteed that you will eventually receive it. It's a process.
Yes,
you will receive it. And I mean, back to your question, heck yeah, I meet people that I'm like, no, I don't think this gonna work. But the good thing about connections and knowing people, I will refer and I will say maybe I'm not the person. And also I'm a coach. I'm not a therapist. I don't offer any sort of prescriptions. I know some dope female black therapists and mental health experts that are amazing. And I will refer. So if I'm not the person, I will refer.
Yes, and that's perfect too. And I do think that once people do go to your Coaching with Candy page, and then they pay for that initial first session with you, it's also to gain knowledge and information about like what other black therapists are out there. If I need a prescription for anxiety or depression and stuff like that. So I really do applaud you. I'm proud of you. I've known Candace for a very, very long time. Like we reaching our middle age here. So and so we've all come from, just that black traumatic background. I don't think anybody who is Black American has escaped that, but it's just how you navigate it and bounce back and stuff.
Yeah.
So, Teresa, did you have anything you want to ask?
I don't. I think you answered.
I know, because I wanted to know. I'm like, I got to get Candace up here because I got to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to kick off our first topic of the day. And since this is February, the month of love and romantic entanglements and things like that, we are going to talk about this video that I found. Is actually a TikTok, and the question is, are we really compatible, or do we just share similar dysfunctions? And so check this clip out.
Y'all hate to hear stuff like this from people like me, so I'm gonna go ahead and just let y'all watch this video.
Going off of compatibility just by itself can be a trap. Because first off, you can be compatible with a demon. Like devils know what you like too. The type of women that you like, you want her to have more curves in the highway. The type of man that you like, you want him tall with broad shoulders and a beard. The enemy can send you pain, gift wrapped as your preference. So that's just the first thing about how compatibility can be a trap. The second thing is compatibility is season based. It is possible for you to be compatible with the season of their struggle, but not the season of their success. I want somebody who's going to be there for me if I hit rock bottom. Well, what if they can only handle your rock bottom, but they can't handle your upward season? So now the question becomes, are we really compatible, or do we just share similar dysfunction? We're both broken in the same area. We're both wounded over the same things. We have the same feelings over the same wounds, so we end up sharing hearts. But what happens if one of you heals and the other one doesn't? Because just because you heal doesn't mean that they're going to heal. And just because you heal doesn't mean that you can make them heal. What happens if one of you heal? You will remove what y'all had in common. And I want us to be so whole and so secure that when we heal, we don't end up feeling guilty because they're crawling, but we now have wings. It's not just about compatibility. It's about suitability. Does this individual suit my assignment well? Do they complement what it is that God has me doing in earth while I'm here in time? When a man or a woman has found that, that's a blessing. Because when God gives a blessing, you're not going to have to exchange your mental health as payment to keep it. So maybe you're so exhausted because you're breastfeeding toxicity in order to maintain an image of being happy over the very thing that you told everybody was a blessing.
So I will repeat. Normalize getting to know and to understand your position in people's lives. Normalize trying to understand.
So I have one comment in the chat by Randall, and he said, like attracts like. And so I kind of want you to tell me a little bit more about what you mean about that. But I just want to ask you, Treese, what do you think? Should we be more about compatibility or suitability?
I would say it's a mixture of both. Katie commented and she said trauma bonding is very toxic, and it is. I think it's important to be healed and to be whole before you start dating. Because Randall is right, like attracts like. So like where you are in your life right now, like that's what kind of person like you're going to attract. Soul ties are real, and you don't want to be, you can't fix people, so you don't want to end up creating soul ties with somebody that's broken, somebody that you can't fix. So yeah. Katie says the ladies need their own video playing behind them, not these big-headed.
What do you think, Candace? Do you think it's more about compatibility or suitability?
So from experience, I'll say this. I do believe you attract, I think you attract who you are in that moment, what you're willing to accept. So I hear people talk about, you need to be fully healed to be in a relationship. I don't think that's feasible. because meeting someone is part of your growth, right? If you meet the right person, that person can grow you in a real way and be part of your healing, right?
True.
But I do think if you are in a better place and you kind of have a better idea of what you want, because it's not up to that person. And I think that's where we mess up.
Yeah.
We meet somebody hoping that they'll fill some voids. That's not real. But if you go into it saying, okay, this is the type of person I want at this point in my life, like we talked about being at this point in life, right? This age.
Yeah.
There's certain things now that I need. That I maybe didn't need 20 years.
That's right.
So I just think it's important to meet somebody that can kind of grow with you for sure. And yeah, you just have to go into a situation knowing what you want. So I don't know if I answered the question, but it's just, I think people get it twisted. Like, you can't go into a relationship expecting this person to heal and fix you.
That's right.
That's not real.
That's right. And I'm going to say something else. I ain't got time to fix nobody. And I ain't got time to heal you. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your spirit and energy, if it's healing enough, you need to take what you need from that energy. But I'm not about to give you a step-by-step playbook of how you need to heal yourself, how you need to act, how you need to treat me. I do think another thing too is, I'm going to say this. When I was 16, 17, dating, it was all about compatibility. Because at that point in time, I didn't have a job, a home, a car, kids, stuff like that. So it was about compatibility. But once I had my last child and started to, develop my education, start to get more knowledgeable about investments and stuff like that, then I needed a suitor. I needed somebody who was suitable to date.
You can be compatible with the wrong thing.
Like he said, you can be compatible with a demon. You can be compatible with a demon and have a damn good time. But once you wake up, you're fucked up.
That's it.
Okay? You're full of regret. You don't know how to get that motherfucking balance back. Now you're looking sick and silly. You know what I mean? Because you didn't entertain this motherfucking demon for too goddamn long. But see, you allowed your demon to overpower who you really are and to go out and play.
Right.
So I think we need to definitely work on fighting our demons a little bit harder than we do, the outside world in order to be quote unquote healed. And I do think healing is a life journey. Because it's like one day you like, got this, ah moment and you're feeling all healed, and then boom, somebody call you and fuck your day up. The triggers are there.
Some things are deep rooted. Like a person can be in a relationship and they can have some issues that came from their parents, not necessarily like relationship, but it can affect your relationship, So it really matters. Brandy says, you can't heal everyone. I tried that once, and while I was attempting to heal them, they were destroying me. Leland says, can't nobody fix someone that is broken. They will break you. Katie says, looking sick and silly. That was me too many times. Now all these demons need to keep their distance.
That's right, Katie. Definitely recognize that. Recognize that.
Definitely. Yeah, it's real.
So Joseph Johnson said, you got to understand intentions early, and if that's what you want, go with the flow. You can't let nobody take advantage.
I don't see that.
Oh, you might have to refresh. Let me see. Marquez is right. Hurt people do hurt people.
Okay, Leland says, how many times was that y'all been in that many Leland, really?
And you know what, Leland, it's not even about how many relationships you've been in. You could have been in one relationship for a long time that was a filibuster of triggers.
I worked for 6 years.
Daily.
Yep.
And it takes you a long time to repair your mental from that. Exactly. So it's not about how many partners you dated or how many failed relationships you've had. It's just about those experiences that keep you stuck in those moments. You know, you have to figure out how to get unstuck in order to move on.
Yeah,
you
what I
know?
was attracted to when I was younger, I'm not attracted to now. So
Oh, me
suitability
either.
definitely.
Oh, me either.
When
I
was
see him
younger,
coming a
I
mile a
was
minute. I'm like,
dating-
oh, motherfucker, no, not you.
Right.
Not you.
When I was younger, I was dating dope dealers. I was having fun, kicking it, like.
That
now,
demon
I'm
side.
Like, look, if you're not getting up, going to work, and
Yeah.
you don't have some goals and something
Mhm.
going for you,
Mhm.
stay away from me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the other day I was, my daughter was like, Mom, do you know what your love language is? And I said, respect. And she was like, no, there's an actual test. And so she was like,
I'm learning something.
she
new.
said
Exactly.
that her love language was physical touch.
Ah.
So, you know,
Okay.
she likes for, you know, her boyfriend to rub her arm, rub her back, rub her feet. That's
Okay.
her love language. Me, mine's is act of service. So acts of service means taking out the trash, fixing what's wrong in the fucking house, cutting my grass, shoveling my snow. You know, if you see something leaking, get your ass up under that sink and start looking to see what's going on. You know, acts of service for me, it lets me know that you care about our way of life.
Yes. Right.
And I'm not the only one that got to figure this shit out.
Yeah, exactly.
The less stressed I am, the more loving this
Yes.
relationship will be.
And recognize
That's
too,
true.
that is so true. And recognize the more you grow, I love that. The more you grow as a person, and this goes for whoever you are.
Mm-hmm.
The more you start, and that's why I said at this point in my life, what I need has changed.
Yes,
You
it
said
has.
right?
Yes, it has.
As opposed to when you were 20 or 19
Yes.
or whatever. But I
Yes.
think people got to realize when you grow, as you grow, what you expect from people change.
Yes, it
And that's
does.
okay. Because
Yeah.
there's so many things, yes, I can do for myself.
Yes.
Right? Which is not a bad thing.
Yes.
It's just there's things I can do for myself,
Yeah.
and there's things I would love for you to be able to do.
For sure.
Nowadays, women make
You
their
know,
own money,
you know.
so a lot of us really just want peace.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Peace,
Yeah. And peace
The
comes.
first thing.
Peace comes at a high
Because
price.
I ain't getting
Yeah.
up in the middle of the night wondering where you at. I'm not blowing up a phone. checking
Hopping in the car
phones.
with the homie.
Yeah,
like I
none
think
of
he
that.
might be over here.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean.
And
Just
your
back in
30s
the
and
day.
40s hit different. It's like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm going to sleep. Wherever you at, it's between you and God. I'm going
It's
to sleep.
like, look, after I put this Vaseline on this feet, if your black ass ain't in this house, you better keep motherfucking rolling. Okay? And I'm not getting out the bed either. My satin sheets,
No,
okay?
no.
They are my best friend,
That's
and the
it.
TV, okay?
That's it.
Because I can be entertained all motherfucking nights,
That's it.
okay?
Right.
So I'm not going to play no games.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. So, okay, y'all. So we're going to segue into our second topic, which is why men cheat.
Oh.
So we had a man we found who said why he cheats. And one of his main reasons was because it was not fun at home. So y'all check this out.
Just think about it. If a man going to work every day and then he come home to his girlfriend, he had worked twice. That's why he messes with little freaks. Because freaks are fun. The thing with the little freaks is, y'all don't want to hear this, but I don't care. Y'all know I don't care about what y'all feel like or nothing like that. The thing with freaks is they're fun. They're judgment free. They're exciting. That's what we need. We don't want to come in the house and feel uptight. If your man is pulling up in the driveway and he's sitting in that driveway for minutes or before he walk in, he hated her. And it's because you're not giving him the entertainment that he needs. You're boring. And your hair is stupid. And your attitude is bad. So yes, he's going to continuously cheat on you over and over and over and over again because you're not fun. Men need fun and relaxation. Do y'all know what it's like when, let me talk this right quick. Do y'all know what it's like when you go pick up a little freak and she come out in her leggings, her $5 leggings, and her fat butt and her hair down to her butt, and she's laughing and having a good time, and y'all can walk around and be like, you know, dang, you see her? Look at her booty. Yes, I want to grab it. Go get her. That's fun to us. The girlfriend is not fun. Now, some of y'all are going to comment and say, not me, I'm fun. You're lying. Ask your man, is you fun? A lot of times y'all don't even ask us what we feel like. You don't even ask us, are we happy? You don't even ask us, how do you want me to get my hair done? No, you don't. I know this for a fact. The girlfriend is never fun. That's why girlfriends start acting like family members, like cousins. And it's like, why would I want to hit you, cuz? Why would I want to hit you, cuz? I shouldn't hit you. It's boring. I don't want to do that. But the hood rats are so...
So he said,
Anthony, that was recording the whole time.
Recording what?
The end of.
Oh, we good.
so
No,
he,
it was recording us.
For like 3 seconds. I kept pointing at yo.
so I'm sorry. Okay.
No, they can hear the whole.
It's 10 seconds delay. Maxwell's 10 second delay.
Okay. So anyway, okay.
Just gonna go like this.
Okay, so Trees, look. So he said that the girlfriend acted more like a family member, a cousin. Why would I want to go home and hit her? What is that about? I mean, what you think, Trees?
Oh, I gotta dig deep on this one. So he's saying that your woman becomes boring. She's not fun. I think a man has to be content, somewhat. You gotta be happy with like your partner and be content. I'm not saying just settle. It's lots that you have to do, like to keep a person. Whatever you did to get them, you gotta do the same thing to keep them. Skip over me, and I'm gonna
come back to you, Trees.
because that's a lot.
Okay, Candace, what
Bro
you think?
was kind of ignorant.
What you think about him talking about the boredom of the relationship makes him go pick up somebody with $5 leggings? I'm gonna tell y'all something. When I go buy my leggings, I go to Victoria's Secret. Sometimes they're like $55, $60. Now, if all y'all men is out here looking for some $5 leggings, y'all need to let me know.
You know what, Randall? Thank you. He said that man is suffering. He's looking for entertainment, not a relationship. And I think
exactly right.
that really matters.
Yes.
I was involved with a guy once. We grew up like as best friends. But anyway, he was looking for more entertainment than he was like an actual relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because things that I was doing, I'm like, I had dinner cooked when you came home from work. Like, you don't got to worry about nothing. The house is clean. He's like, I don't care about dinner. I want to go to the strip club. I want to have threesomes. And I want to, I want to do all those things. And I'm like, well, okay. We on two different, lists.
Yeah, for sure.
He was looking for fun. Like, he wasn't trying. He wasn't ready to be a husband or be in a committed relationship.
Yeah.
So it depends on, to me, like where a man is at in his life. But I know, like most men, they don't care how much your leggings cost. Certain things men don't care. Not that stuff they don't care about. Just a man wants to be around somebody that he can have a good time with. Mm-hmm. Not saying he has to just be entertained, but at least, be able to hold a conversation, stimulate me.
Listen, Candace, go ahead, because I'm about to fuck him up. Go ahead, Candace.
Listen, okay, so I'm gonna say it. I'm not mad at him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would be very, very much. I'd want to know the type of woman that would deal with somebody like him. I'm not mad at him because you're gonna give what you give, and then whomever is willing to receive it will receive it.
True.
I do think there's something to be said because I know as a woman, again, there are certain things I'm looking for at this point in my life, but I also know that you definitely should. You said it. You should be putting in the effort to keep your relationship right. Mm-hmm. Women have to do it, men have to do it. We both should be doing it. Mm-hmm. So I do think there's something to be said about when people get comfortable, because I know that I've been there. And when you start to feel like this person's with you, they're not going anywhere, I can do and show up and be however I want to be, and he's just going to always and should always be content with me. That is not true. Because as a woman, if you get out of shape and you look a hot mess and you're sitting on my couch with your stomach hanging over your pants, there's a possibility I may not be attracted to you.
Right? Of course.
So I do think we have to both be willing. And love is love, but again, I think the reality of it is you want to be attracted to the person.
True.
And so while I think he's projecting all his insecurities out into the world, I'm not mad at him. I'm more upset with or more bothered by the type of woman that would deal with it.
That's entertaining him.
Yeah.
Okay. So my take take on this dude right here, you know, he's what you call a thought, you know. He's one of the fun-ups, you know. This is a fun-up guy. This is not a guy you could take serious.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something about boredom. If you can bring your motherfucking ass home and there's hot water and lights and cooling and your surroundings are nice as fuck, plushed out, there's food in the refrigerator, but there's nothing to do, sit your monkey ass down somewhere. There's nothing wrong with that. I can understand that if it's like, you know, multiple months and months and months, y'all haven't went out, y'all haven't went to the movies, y'all haven't went go-kart racing or, you know, axe throwing or, you know, to one of those, what's those one little, those rooms called where you try to figure out how to, escape rooms. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do in order to keep your relationship fun.
I agree.
Also, you know, both people need to exercise so you get, you know, that boredom and that out of your mind. But you need to be exerting yourself on a daily level with, you know, healthy eating, exercise, stuff like that, so that you will have the energy to come up with new ideas to, you know, not be bored and stuff like that. But I do think this guy is stuck in his 17, 18-year-old mind. And some men do get stuck in that place. And they want to, you know, pick up somebody in $5 leggings that they can go bike riding with. The $5 leggings got me fucked up because I'm like, you know, I spent a lot of money on my motherfucking clothes, and I'm like, okay, now, what am I doing wrong? Because sometimes when we get these videos, there are some things in the video I'm kind of stuck on, like, damn, okay, well, yeah. I'm like, well, damn.
And then, you know, with having fun, that's two different things, and it's two different type of women. So men, yeah, they might seek out those kind of women that's just fun, and they're gonna do just that, have fun, and then then that's it. There's nothing else. You know, there's nothing else there. What I wanted to add is there's a lady that I follow. She's on social media. Her name is Love Dorsey, and I'm pretty sure you might have heard of her. She's like a relationship coach. Okay. So she had a video that she posted one day, and she was talking about like basically what men need, and like the type of woman that a man desires depends on where he's at in his life.
Yes, exactly. And so that is true.
Talking about
that is true.
Like a dope dealer. People might look and be like, oh, he want this chick from the hood and this and that, but she know how to sell dope. She gonna stash his dope in her house. Yeah. Like she serves a purpose for where he is at in his life right now. Yeah. And she said, like, for a woman that's dating a doctor, like that doctor doesn't want to be stressed out if he has to go to the hospital and do heart surgery on somebody. Yeah. So he's going to require a certain amount of peace and understanding that I got to get up and go at any time when this phone rings and they need a doctor. So
but you know what? I'm gonna be more understandable. Right. Because you about to go clock the fuck in. Right. Okay? And I'm going to be getting your shoes. I'm going to get your motherfucking doctor coat for you. And I got your lunch. Right. Listen.
I think it definitely do. I'm glad. And like you said, don't entertain those types of men then. Like a guy like him, I would look past. Like,
Or decide. Here's also the thing. We have a right as women too. I think we put way too much power in the man's hand. Oh yeah, we have the same right that they have to act the same way that they act, but we get mad when they act like that. But it's like you can decide, like if that's what you're on. And maybe there was a time in my life where he would have been real entertaining. Yeah, and it would have been what it was
when I was 17.
Yep. But it would have been what it was at 17. You know what I mean? But at this point, he's not what I want. And again, we have the same right to pick and choose and be choosy and selective of what we want. Like you don't have to settle for a thing.
Yes. But I like what Tree said. What purpose are you serving?
That's it.
Yeah. What purpose are you serving, and what purpose are you supposed to be executing? And that's going to definitely give you that divide on if you need to be with the fun up, or if you need to be with somebody more suitable. You know what I mean?
Joseph Johnson said, so what about the women that act just like him with his same mindset? You can't justify cheating, but that's how he was raised. You got to recognize what you got in the beginning. Be real or have an open relationship. Leland says none of that stuff matter. Men like the P word, no matter the package.
And Leland also said the doctor wants to nail a nurse in the ER.
Oh, in the ER storage room. Leland, I can't.
And you know what? I'm going to tell you something about the doctor nailing the nurse in the ER. Guess what? Alimony. Big, big, big ticket.
Right.
Okay? So, fuck with me if you want to. But anyway, so we are going to segue into something a little bit more serious. You know, we want to talk about, you know, people's lowest points and, you know, how to kind of protect them when they are at their lowest points. Miss USA of 2019, she committed suicide. And what happened was that, you know, she basically jumped, I believe, from 60 stories. And so there is just this really insensitive, foul way that the internet, you know, captures these really, really fragile moments. So I'm just going to push this clip out so you guys can see how sick this person was to go and capture, you know, this lady's last moments. And check this out. Did you see it? So, when are we going to start taking depression and, you know, the lowest points of someone's life and just kind of protecting that and just respecting that? And then why is the internet allowing, you know, a person who goes to the scene, shows the depth of this building, that this lady jumped to her death. It's just so disgusting to me. I just couldn't even believe, you know, it was allowed to be posted when, you know, we get flagged for the dumbest shit, but that's not flagged. That's not taken down right away. What do you think, Trees?
I think that with social media, anything that's put on the internet, like, they thrive off of negativity. That's been proven. I don't think that people care until it's actually them, you know, that's in a dark place. Mental health is, you know, mental health issues is a real thing. And people will first, you know, go to social media. And I've seen that she left some cryptic, like, you know, message before she jumped. Which is sad. When people that you think are strong and they don't need nobody, like, check on them too. Because the person that everybody goes to, go to them and make sure, are you okay? Like she said, being an empath, you know, you absorb a lot. It's certain things that you literally have to block out because you will feel everything.
For sure.
So
for sure, feels super heavy. What do you think, Candace?
It's just so true. Like, we have to, as a community and as a culture, stop making light of pain.
Yes.
We just make light of each other's pain. She got cheated on, I'm going to blast her and her dude. They cheating, I'm going to put it on social media. And you know, it's just, she fell, I'm going to talk about that. She's embarrassed in her. I mean, it's just so much that we find comedy,
right,
that is really painful. And so it's hard for people to really be honest about what they're feeling because they're worried about people making it light. And you know, destroying like the little bit of trust they had and even being honest and vulnerable with us. So at some point we got to stop doing that to one another, because until we stop doing that and glorifying stuff like this, it, like you said, we for some reason we find, you know, trauma to be comedy. And I don't understand that. Now I will say I think it's a defense mechanism for our culture too, because we've been through so much trauma that I think we find, you know, I always say, talk about your joy, right? Which I don't mean to be, you know, to downplay pain.
Dismiss
it. But what I'm saying is you do have to find your peace in things. But for a lot of us, we joke too much.
And like move past
it. You do. But
but
to not take serious the emotional health of folks and each other is wrong. We're going to keep harming each other that way.
That's true. Social media plays a big part in that. Before we had social media, you know, we didn't see all these things.
No.
Like, I deleted someone yesterday and it was, it was kind of negative, but it was like every time I come on Facebook, this person was in my, Lord, please, Jesus, pray for me. Oh God, I can't believe it's not us. And it's like, automatically people are going to comment and say, well, what's wrong? Hey, what's going on? And it's one of those people that post something and then don't say nothing else. God, why me? And everybody's like, what's going on? I'm like, you know what? Get it. Bye.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Sometimes those are energy vampires.
Yes. It is sickening. And I was like, I'm done. You delete it.
And so I believe, I believe this person that went to the scene where Miss USA of 2019 jumped to her death, I believe is an energy vampire. Definitely needed some likes, needed some, attention, awareness. I think it's sadistic that it was on the internet, because falling to your death from heights of that high meant that the level of desperation she was at was so crucial to life or death. A lot of people think if I die, I won't feel this anymore. I don't want to feel this anymore. I can't wake up one more day and feel this. I just can't do it anymore. And the way people commit suicide tells you if they wanted to go peacefully or if they wanted to make a statement, because suicide is a statement.
Yeah.
Okay? And my point, the moral of the story is we have got to, as a society, wake the fuck up. And that this shit is not a game. Life is not a game. It's not funny. Laughing at somebody else's trauma, or definitely publicizing somebody else's downfall in order for you to get likes or laughs. It's not funny.
They do it for shock value. They
shock
do it
value.
To go viral.
I was shocked.
Likes. It's crazy.
I was shocked. When I seen it, I was like, oh my God, no way.
Yeah.
I can't believe this was on here.
Yeah.
Because I'm an empath too. So as soon as I seen it, there was a heaviness to my day.
It's certain stuff that I will not watch, that I can't even believe is on social media. Like certain things I won't watch, like the guy in Louisiana that, killed the girl. He was in a love triangle and he killed the girl on live. It's just certain stuff that I just, I feel like it's, out of respect, like, don't watch that. That's
Exactly. These are real people.
Yeah.
These are not machines. These are not robots. These are real people. Yeah. And if we take a moment to realize there is somebody very, very close to you who could be close to jumping. Yeah. Like, we just don't know who it is.
Right.
And so we need to take more of our energy to figure out how to help our neighbor, our family member, our kids who live in our home, instead of, posting or airing, this fucking garbage, which is crazy.
Yeah. Everything is not for social media.
No.
But people have made it that way. There was someone in a really bad car accident. He did not make it. And I remember a guy coming up on the scene of the accident. He goes live with his phone. He sticks the camera in this man's face. This man is unconscious, blood all over his face. He's clearly deceased. Girl, I deleted him and recorded the video. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, somebody's family here in Omaha seen that. Like, are you nuts?
Yeah, Omaha's small.
Yeah.
And me, like, I'm a very spiritual person. I would think this person gonna haunt you for the rest of your life for doing some ignorant shit like that.
Yes. Well, karma gonna come to you.
Absolutely.
In some type of form or shape or fashion.
Yeah.
So, we just want to say to our, smartest dumb people family, if you know somebody who is really at their lowest point. Try to give them grace. Be very kind to them. Be patient to them. And if you can't be those things, kind of guide them in a way where they can be referred to somebody else who might be able to help them. So we definitely want to be more sensitive as a culture to stuff like that, because she was a Black American. So I mean,
you can only pick the phone up so many times. Like when somebody calls you and they're going through a hardship or something, like you can only lend the ear so many times, because we are not like mental health professionals. Right. So at that point, say, hey, do we need to go to, therapy, or do we need to get you admitted today, because I don't want you to harm yourself or nobody else. So.
And definitely, definitely check in, those texts, they can really mean a lot. Absolutely. And it really doesn't take, that much energy and time to send a text.
The people that know you the most hear you when you're quiet.
Absolutely. I had people come to my house all the time. My mom has a key. I'll be in my bed, and all of a sudden I'll look up, and my mom's standing over me, and she's like, are you like gonna climb up out of this bed today? Like, are you? I'm like, Mom, I kind of want to take your key back, but you just and those are the fortunate people. Absolutely. Right? They have those people that'll come and pull them from under the bed with the monsters. You know what I mean? Right. So
and on the outside looking in, people will look at a person like they have a good life, or they're wealthy, or they got this and that going. And sometimes it's not that. You never know what people are about.
Everybody has a story to tell, and I think we need to give each other that grace and that respect, because everybody has a story to tell, no matter what they look like. Okay. I mean, look at her. She was gorgeous.
Right.
She had everything going for her. Won Miss USA. That's hard to win. Especially as a Black woman. But she wasn't happy with that. There was something really pulling her down and taking her away, from life. So we definitely pray for her and her family.
Admire too, and say like, oh, well, you're rich or you're wealthy. Money may not mean anything. Exactly. Where other people think that money makes them happy, try having it first. So
that's it.
Well, okay, so our last little topic of the day, the guys touched on this, I believe, on Friday, and it was about the 7-year-old little boy who had a party bus with a stripper pole. His parents went and bought him the Welch's bottles. He was popping bottles with his friends. They was turning up, and his mom and dad was there. So this was actually a co-parenting type of deal, so they both did this.
Nobody
and we have a little clip of how they started this party off, and we want to show it to you.
Surprised our son with a party bus for his 8th birthday. Got them alcohol-free daiquiri and non-alcoholic bottles. Picked up his cake, and the party began. When that first drink kick in, birthday boy popping his first bottle. More bottles.
My mama told me son break from her cellular. She was the only one that answered when I called her from that cell.
So the thing is, I'm all up for a birthday party for little kids and turning up and fun and, just letting them enjoy their youth and their, endless energy. But what are we setting the stage for here? When this guy turns 16, hey, what's next? Are we going to have lines of cocaine lined up for this dude? Because he's already did this. He's like, just like the one guy earlier talking about being bored as fuck. It's like, what avenue are we sending these kids into? What you think, Treese?
That is sad to see.
It is.
Like, I'm speechless. I'm glad it wasn't like an actual stripper on
Right.
the bus. I mean, I can see them getting a party bus and maybe they said, well, all we have available is the one with the pole in it. But even still, like, how they, like, kids mimic what they see.
Mm-hmm.
And so for them to, like, be putting them grape juice and, you know, really?
What you think, Candace?
I just can't even.
I try so hard to.
And how
to try
old
to
is your baby boy?
understand.
Right.
My boy's 10.
Okay, he's 10.
And-
Now, would you do this for him?
No. My son's playing Fortnite and video games and, you know, in his own world. He's not worried about. First of all, let your kids
Be kids.
be kids.
Be kids.
Why are we in such
I
a
don't
hurry
understand
to
it.
create
I don't understand
adult
it.
versions of ourselves?
They live it through
Let
the kids.
them
They live it through the kids.
grow.
It's disgusting.
So that's I just feel like it's you're setting a stage again. It goes back to the girls in the
Yeah.
halter tops,
Yep,
right?
yep.
When your baby is standing in front of that judge,
Mm-hmm. In a halter
facing
top.
25 to life,
In a halter top.
or the halter top, and
Mhm.
she's been out on the street.
Exactly.
Then
Right.
you know you have to ask
Exactly.
yourself, what happened? What did I expose them to?
I just think we
right?
need to slow this shit
Slow
down.
'em down.
We need to slow this train down.
Right.
Because y'all are just pushing these kids out into a world, excuse me, that they're not ready for.
Yeah.
And your ass ain't ready for it either when they
Exactly.
get in fucking trouble.
Yeah.
So I don't like it. I think it was fucking stupid. I don't know who knows the parents or whatever the case may be. Y'all can say Yo-Yo said y'all was dumber than a motherfucker. Y'all should never do this bullshit again. And I'm going to stand by what the fuck I said because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we got to
Yeah.
slow this fucking train down.
Yeah.
Kids mimic what they see.
yeah, they
And
do.
that is just
Yeah, they do.
absolutely,
Yeah, they do.
Like, that's sad. That's all
Yeah,
I
they
can
do.
say.
So we're going to wrap
Wow.
up the show, but I want Treese to plug her new juices. Go ahead, Treese.
Hi, this is Juice for Life. I have 5 juices so far. I brought some today, and I'm gonna let y'all try it out. And I want your honest opinion on the flavor. So far, I've heard that the Sunrise juice is pretty good.
Okay.
This is Mean Green. It's more of a detox juice.
Uh-huh.
This is Snapback. It's grapefruit juice. And
Uh-huh.
then this is Berry Happy, and
Okay.
it's all berries.
Okay.
Nice.
And it's fresh juices, no sugar or anything added.
Okay. And so are these meant to be meal replacements?
You can. I
Okay.
have been replacing them. I'll take this to work and I'll drink one of these and then I'll eat like a handful of almonds or
Okay.
something, you know, when I don't, you know, when I'm
Okay.
trying to replace a meal. But yeah.
Okay. And so this was what I'm going to tell you too. Some of your customers, they need to let you know once they start subscribing to your juicing, take their blood pressure, take their weight.
Yeah.
If they're diabetic, definitely take their sugars
Right.
and then report that back to you
Right.
so that you can add that to your product that, my juicing is helping with these ailments. And so
Yeah.
that way, boom, sky's the limit.
There's one juice that's missing. It's called Sweet Beet, and that one does help like lower blood pressure and
And
stuff
that's
like
just
that.
the beets.
Yeah, and it supposedly helps with fertility too. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, I don't need that one.
This one here, the Mean Green, this is actually, it does help with weight loss. It has ginger in it and lemon.
Oh, yeah.
And so it'll
Okay.
give you a bowel movement, but it does help with weight loss.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So yeah, we look, we on this entrepreneur train, and we got coaching with Candy. Definitely go to her Facebook page, and then that will link everything to her website and her coaching sessions, and then definitely get you guys some motivational, inspirational words and things like that. But we are going to bring up our death row producer Anthony.
Leland said, where can I buy them at? My name is Treese on Facebook.
Yes, Treese at Facebook.
Yep, and
For
I
the
have
juices.
a public album. It's called Juice for Life. So Juice for Life, so you can find me on Facebook. Sorry.
Okay, and Candy?
Yes.
What you got coming up? What you
just-
want to tell the people?
I'm doing a lot, so please follow www.coachingwithcandy.com. So there's a lot of webinars and seminars and other things I'm going to be doing. I'd love for y'all to join.
Okay, and I'm going to be sharing both of their stuff all the time. If you're Facebook friends with me, you'll see it. But have a good week. Have a healthy week. Have a happy week. Don't let nobody fuck your shit up.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Buddha. When I got messages saying, what's up with the show? One to where you still got kids writing essays on. 172. Shout out to Chris, he came through.
Came back there. And you go, okay. And she said,
Okay, he good. He it's not money, baby. They don't need cash in their hands.
Right. So now the fuck with that,
Regardless of the fact, you don't know. You don't know his fucking intentions.
Internet, what are people? Listen, I'm gonna take my time down here.
right. I know understand.
When I try to conduct,
Come on.
and I'm talking about my in-law niece. My niece, I done bought her